showtime.
Fire and water, earth and the sky, mystery surround us, legends never die. Live here for the moment, lost in time. I can hear them call, they're locked within the crystal ball.
Hey everybody, it's the T-Rock100 and welcome back to more of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Golden Country. Last time, we got started with our very first DLC Let's Play on my channel. And, well, to be fair, I wish I did this sooner, but then again, I had a lot of crap going on. But, I don't care. Oh, Laura, you got yourself all wet, you crazy bitch. Anyway, carrying on. We also met Mikhail, and he has officially joined the group. This time, after beating the crap out of this Lapsus flyer, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Excellent. Laura, let's switch.
There we go.
I like the way this is going.
Yes, this should do nicely.
Like I was saying, this time, we are going to be continuing on with our journey. Ah, it looks like you found a treasure trove. You discovered troves of many shapes and sizes as you journey across Arrest. Some of them might be locked, but you won't be able to get into the goods unless your blades have the right field skills, but it's always good to check first. Like so.
The suspense is killing me.
Really? That's what was killing you? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Defeat an Orlon Copia in the secluded boneyard. He's gotta collect stuff for his field skills, okay. Sure, why not?
These guys should be no problem.
Laura, that's close.
Turn it down a little bit, it's a little too loud on my end. But no matter. And I was gonna say, are you pointing your butt at me? How dare you?
Let's switch.
Take this!
No.
I like the way this is going.
Yes. Star slash. Chill stroke. Hail strike.
I'm gonna try to finish this guy off. Yeah!
This is becoming addictive.
Becoming addictive, you say? Well, then again, there are a lot of field skills to check around here. Let's set up one. That's a big one.
All right.
Let's not.
Laura's safety is my charge.
Let's not borrow that. Well, disturb that big guy because it hasn't taken his medication and is very likely not going to be doing that anytime soon. In fact, now I'm thinking about it, I doubt this thing could even take any medication.
Laura, let's switch.
Best of luck.
Snow blast.
I like the way this is going.
Superb. Chill stroke.
We're in perfect sync.
Think you can keep up,
Don't be so
Laura?
reckless.
Not done here.
Alrighty. Fluffy hat. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Those enemies we've been killing, are they helping? Yes! These are particular enemies that Jin wants to defeat. But that's not all that we did. We have gained a reward in our affinity chart with Jin.
Half the battle is living to fight another day.
So yeah, we finally got ourselves a fortitude. We might actually see Jin's affinity. As you probably noticed, the bridge ahead is out. It's an obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. Using the blade's field skill might provide a solution. Check out that withered tree up ahead and witness Jin's field skill at work. Incidentally, if you'd like to know more about it, you can check Jin's field skill by going to the main menu character. We did that already. We've seen this already.
Follow me.
Don't need to,
Laura, stay close.
because I've already kind of demonstrated him for these good people that are watching me right now. Good day.
My senses are
Stepping stone. How dare you?
never again.
Thanks. I like the way this is going.
Star
Take
Slash.
this. Try this on for size.
Chill stroke.
Best of luck.
Come on.
Snowblast. Think you can keep up, Laura?
Take this.
Oh. We're already at level 2? Really? Well, that's quite accomplished.
I feel my power surging.
We now have a lot more to go for later on. These question marks we're going to be seeing a little bit later, because I think there's going to be something that we'll be seeing a little bit later on. Use pouch items from the meat category. We'll be seeing more of that later on. And now we're at rank D.
With all my might.
Yay! But we're going to go down here real quick.
All right. Follow my lead.
I won't enjoy this. My senses are heightened.
You read my mind. Spinning wheel. Break.
Cat, I feel you.
Out of door.
My turn.
Heal up. I like the way this is going.
This
Yeah!
should do nicely.
Nicely played.
Aren't we intrepid?
Got a lot of fishy items here.
Spoiling for a fight.
Hey!
Happy to oblige.
It's my job for delivering such a surprise hit. How dare you? I'm gonna make you suffer the wrath of Laura and Jin! You will die by our hands, and it's gonna feel good!
Break. I like the way this is going.
Showed him.
The suspense is killing me.
Oh! There's something interesting. We have a new chip. These are called Fang Chips. These are going to be items that you're going to be equipping into your blades, and that's how they'll become stronger depending on what they are used for. In this case, this will give our auto attacks an increase, as well as our critical hit ratio, which is a phenomenal thing to have. But a catch for it reduces block rate by only 1%. I'm not really complaining much about it. Let's do it. The name is Nodachi becomes the Wildflower Nodachi. Now that we have all of our skills unlocked, let's see what we can do with this. I might as well give
I'm
him the...
getting sharper, keener.
Didn't really have a reason for doing that, but I was see if what we could do for his. See if we could do anything. Not even the snow blast. That's not gonna matter that much. Alright. So hopefully, before we reach our next destination, there should be another one of those creatures in that Jin wants to kill. Because we need to kill one more of these creatures so we can level up Jin one more time before we go any further. Oh, so that's one. No. That one? Nope.
Spoiling for a fight. Happy to oblige.
I'm really not gonna worry about that fight. I'm just gonna fall back. I'm just gonna let it not come after me. There we go. Actually, yeah. I'll go ahead and come back to this campsite
Good work, everyone.
because we have another chat right here that I didn't do. I really hope we'll be able to join up with Hayes soon.
It isn't far into Feltlane now. In fact, we should be there in no time as long as we stick to the path.
I wonder what Hayes will think of Mikao when she sees him.
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Don't worry, Mikao. Hayes is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. I'll be fine.
Mikhail.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
The devil beg you to stop with that. It increases 8% max HP to damage barrier.
It's ready.
That might not be a bad idea to have. You know what? Why not?
It's ready.
Now, let me see.
Can't do anything with these yet, but we will definitely be able to do something a little bit later on. So let's go and rest up for now. And sure, we'll give Laura a little level up. Not gonna hurt anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So now that we've finally gotten that out of the way,
Let's see if we could try to make some progress and maybe find another one of those creatures in that Jin needs to defeat. Which doesn't seem like there is any. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I'll just skip travel.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
and that should... Yes! I see you there, buddy.
I want to kill one more of these creatures.
These guys should be no problem.
I won't enjoy
What?
this.
How'd you miss? You got him from behind and somehow you missed.
Life save.
I feel you.
Yes, you've got this. Spinning wheel. Break.
My turn.
Ah, I did it too soon.
No flash.
I love the way this is going.
Star slash.
That's the plan.
Chill stroke.
There we go. Mind's eye. Oops. Actually, yeah, we could equip that to Jen. Could be useful.
You can rely on me.
So now we got mineralogy up. And switch swordplay. Just gotta create 2 more unique items that are from Jin's crafting skills. We'll be seeing more of that later on down the road. Attack from behind. Really? I bet you've been doing well on that? Shut up. But what I now want to do is let's do a little Vanguard switch. Boop. So now we'll put his gem by default. We can do this no problem, but just hitting the up and down button on the side. But I did it just to show us that we can do it. Boop. Let's see here. We are now reaching our next destination.
Can we use this?
Cotton branches and corkscrew creeper. Yeah.
This is an unfamiliar...
If you try targeting all sorts of enemies, you'll occasionally encounter ones whose target icon looks different from that of normal enemies. We call those unique monsters, and they're a little bit special. Unique monsters are much tougher than the regular kind. Even the strongest drivers and auras often have trouble with them. So if you take down a unique monster, you'll surely earn the respect of people all over Allrest. That said, they're not a challenge for the faint-hearted. You'll want to make sure you're prepared if you plan on surviving the powerful attacks they often wield. If you defeat a unique monster, a tombstone will remain at the site where it fell in memory of its legendary life. Some say that if you press A at the tombstone, the monster will rise from the grave to reclaim its former glory.
Can we use this?
We're actually gonna deal with that monster later because if I remember, it's probably up in this. Yeah, that thing is up in its 20s. We're not ready to take on something like that yet, but it is something that is worth considering. Wait a minute.
Try harder.
Oh, you jerk!
You're doing well.
Yes, this should be like snow blast.
Back into the fray.
Open wide.
Attacking me from behind?
Rest in peace.
Spinning wheel.
Excellent. Our bond makes my power boundless.
Now that's more like it.
Whoa. Shetler caterpillar. Whatever that means. Whoa! For a moment there, I thought that was the unique monster, but you know what?
If we must.
You know what? Fine. If you really want me to kick your ass this hard, then I got just the answer for you to not punch.
Chill stroke.
I don't care if that doesn't make sense, but at least I'm trying.
Snow blast.
Oh, you go for a knockback on me, eh?
My senses are heightened. This is less than
Grab that.
Spinning wheel.
Rest in peace.
Oh, your weakness is electric. It's almost about ready to get him going into a rage!
My
Don't
turn.
lose the flow. Take this. You're doing well.
Star slash.
Try this on the side.
Chill stroke. We'll leave the enemy in our dust.
Yeah. What he said. Alright, I want to try to avoid more of these enemies at the moment, so oh, come the frig on! Alright. If that's how you want to play, then you're gonna be... I was gonna make something from me saying that to eat you, but... I don't know if you come from the sea.
Snow
In
blast.
fact, I really don't want to know if you really did come from the sea or not, but...
Back into the fray.
Be thankful that I can't eat seafood.
Open wide. Senses are heightened.
Alright. Gotta grab that. Give me...
With you there.
Yep.
My
Let's
turn.
heal up.
Star slash.
Try this on the side.
Hero blade.
Yeah. Maybe that'll teach you to mess with me. You are actually a opponent that I want to get by because
All right. Follow my lead.
you actually have something that I want behind you. Oof. Let's switch, please. Please, thank you.
Switch.
Take this.
Snow blast.
Try this on the side. That's good. I like the way this is going.
Star slash.
It's not working out.
Hey, come back to me. If I don't do it,
Oh boy, switch. Thank you. I was almost dead there.
don't
Give me-
overdo it.
I'm fine. Just fine.
Excellent.
Oh boy.
Laura, let's switch.
Take this. You need healing.
Start. If I don't do it,
Attack, up attack. Okay, thank God. I thought for sure I was gonna die there. Alright, let's see what you're guarding.
Suspense is killing me.
A rigid vest. Okay. Let's see here. I'll give you some more HP. That's not bad. Wait. I got 2 rigid vests. What? I feel kind of stupid now. But, oh well. Alright.
This is becoming addictive.
Alright. Trying my best just to sneak by some of these enemies. Because I don't want to deal with them at the very moment. Unless if they seem like they're... Oh, treasure. Treasure, treasure, treasure. Give me.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Ooh, an attack stone. Let's see here. Increases auto damage, attack damage 20%. Oh. Sure. Give us some extra damage into our auto attacks. Why not? And oh, hello. So there was another one of you out here. An old machine. You can't do anything with that at the very moment, but that is going to be something that's going to be pretty important for something a little bit later on.
You read my mind. Take this.
Oh, already something new? Really? Was it because then now he was unintentionally kicking these guys' ass in the back?
Let's use it wisely.
Apparently I have. Okay. Not quite what I was really intending for at that point, but I guess to each their own. Let's see. Ooh, we got a little bit of... Oh. There's something right there, but I don't want... I might be triggering an enemy encounter.
I think we've been spotted.
Alright, you know what? Fine. Wait a minute.
I guess they had backup.
Oh, crap. Well, this is gonna be bad.
We've got this. Let's heal up. I like the way this is going. This'll soon be over.
Not bad,
That's
right?
the block.
Snow blast. Chill stroke. Zero blade.
Confirmed.
Think
Watch
you
my
can
back.
keep up? Catch. Open wide.
Alright!
Spinning wheel.
Catch. Laura, let's switch.
That's the block.
Overconfidence leads to carelessness.
Dawning
The rest of you
slate
hardly
piece.
even broke a sweat.
And we got another level up for Jen. Well, for his affinity chart.
There must be some use for this.
For transmigration, increases damage up by 35% on every Vanguard switch. Form a driver combo. That's gonna be very interesting to deal with. Huh. Okay, yeah. Just constantly using his level 1 special every now and then. No problem. I pretty much just got her what I really needed to do, but...
We made it. Good stuff.
Doesn't seem so bad.
Let's see here. Like to look around every nooks and crannies, and oh, here we go.
This is becoming addictive.
Why did he sound so bored of us just looking through minerals? And ooh, we got some new enemies over here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think we've been spotted.
Alright. Bring it, turkey!
Thanks.
I know you're a Salge or a Rogel, but... And I don't care if I'm making fun of your appearance. Besides, where I'm from, you don't even exist!
You're doing
Let's
well.
switch. Chill
Take
stroke.
this.
Uh-oh.
Snow blast.
Oh,
Take the initiative.
really?
Leave it to Laura.
Just when I thought I was out of the fight.
Chill stroke.
Take this.
Snow blast. Start.
My back.
Rest in peace.
I can still improve. I have to.
We are now at level 8. Nice. Wait, what the? Is there? Oh, you jerk! There's something in there! Apparently I couldn't reach inside his gut to get it. Ah! That's funny. Ooh.
Get a
Aren't we
lot
in
of bounty
trouble?
out of this.
Nice.
Oh, hi, big guy. I don't want to deal with... Okay, here we go.
Looks like Hayes isn't here yet. What the? This should be the village of Feltley.
It's almost like glass. Rumor among the mercs says that's the hallmark of the Aegis.
But why would he do this?
Look out!
Jin!
It's nothing. Let's go.
Talk about an unnecessary entrance! This is an artifice known as a gargoyle! This thing, when I first played this, I thought this wasn't going to be a pain, but honestly, this fight's not really that bad. I kind of consider this to be kind of a mid-boss. So, let's
Never again.
go for the break. Yeah!
Away.
Those.
If I must. For my bombs.
Oh, wow.
Away.
I could potentially see a level 3 if I wanted. But no. Yeah! I win.
This is no normal monster.
Not an Ardanian Titan weapon either.
Maybe it's Malice's.
Get down, you two!
Holy...
That was a close one.
Looks like Malos's artificers are still roaming around.
So it was.
Hey. Wait a minute.
The emblem of Torna.
You are Jin, right? Wow, I can't believe it. I came all the way out here, and who do I say but the paragon of Torna and his driver? You're so young. That core crystal was stolen 17 years ago. Quite a feat to pull off that heist at that age.
Are you going to arrest us? Execute us?
I don't know yet. I did just save you after all.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Laura, there's no point in talking.
Have it your way.
Whoa! We're in trouble.
Protected me one day.
So, we now have our fight against Mithra and the driver, Adam! These guys, if you couldn't tell, they're pretty important into the story. But first, we gotta kick these guys' ass and carry on.
Let's heal up.
One down.
With Mithra and then take it out on me. That's fair. Just now.
I can still improve.
Huh, that was easy.
Doesn't look like we'll be capturing you then.
The hell are these two? They're just a driver and blade. Where's this strength coming from?
Well, he is the paragon of Torna.
I've had enough.
What? No. There's no need for you to...
You!
What?
Incredible! You! Both of you!
Huh?
That last attack, the force behind it was absurd. I'm amazed.
Oh, really? Well, that's just...
Oh, and passing the weapon. What a concept! How did you ever come up with that idea?
Oh, well... We were broke.
Huh?
We couldn't afford meals, let alone another sword. And so we made do.
You're kidding. Oh man, you guys are the best. I haven't laughed this hard in ages.
Huh?
I really, really like you two.
Master Adam! Sir!
Milton!
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Master Adam, are you hurt at all? Master Adam? You can't be the Adam Origo.
The Lord of Aletta. And fourth in line to the throne of Torna.
Oh, come on, Milton. I've been with him the whole time. You really think these two would cause any harm?
You've been using your dumb artifice again, haven't you? Dumb? So yeah, sure, nothing to worry about, right?
Milton? Who's this then?
Ah, this is Hayes. She rescued me from the jaws of some nasty monsters.
Well, I'd better give her my thanks.
Hayes!
Oh, was she with you?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, my lady.
I see. So that's when... What a sad, sad tale, Nora.
Oh, here we go again. Don't let it get cold now.
So then, how come you've enlisted with a band of mercenaries?
I guess I like the freedom. This way I'm not tied down. So I can help out. With causes I really believe in, you know? Going's tough everywhere you look these days, right? Can't ignore it, can I?
I understand.
A fat load of good that'll do, in the long run. The world keeps turning anyway.
You might think that. But mercenaries and statesmen each have their own views and ways to effect change. It's not in vain.
A blade siding with humans. You don't see that every day.
I think it's blades like you that are rare.
Well, duh. You do know what I am, right?
Lacking in compassion.
Huh?
Blades like you really are a rare sight. That may be for the best.
So, about Jin. I suppose you have to take him away from me.
I could try to slay you right here.
But?
But my mission is to stop the Aegis's destruction. To subdue Malos, not to seek out lost trinkets. Who cares about paragons anyway?
Huh?
How about you two join up? Lend us your strength. You're incredibly powerful. There's loads I want to pick up from you, like that trick from before. Let's see. We'll say I found the Paragon on my journey and decided to entrust him to you. To help with Malos. Well, sound plausible?
That's just...
How dare he speak to me like that? He thinks he knows me.
Course is the word.
Yeah, he is.
I meant you.
Me?
He meant you're unpolished. After you return to your core, you lose your memories. However, as you gain experience with people, gradually the nature of a blade, rather their feelings, they change and grow. You become more and more human. But you purposely keep yourself apart.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
No, not at all. I respect that part of you.
Hey, are you angry? About this whole Malos thing?
I'm not. Whatever happens, I'll protect you. Be sure of it. You cannot simply ignore what's happening in the world. But
What?
please say you'll be careful.
I will. Your Highness,
Just Adam is fine. What is it?
the going after Malos thing. Could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
Well, yes.
You see, Lady Laura seeks the whereabouts of her mother. Unfortunately, she has her mercenary duties to perform. Therefore, I often go out and conduct these searches myself.
I see. Then you found her?
Yes. With all that happened yesterday, I did not have the opportunity to say... My lady, your mother is currently residing in a small hamlet called Torrigoth.
Torrigoth.
That's on the edge of Gormott. Ardanian and Cian forces clash out there frequently. It's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Right. No time to waste. Let us head out there.
What? But what about your mission?
You don't want to see your mother?
Of course, but...
Then let's go! Malos hasn't hit that part of the world yet. It's as good a place as any to look.
You're hoping we might find him there?
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
We go to the village of Torrigoth to find Malos. And you go to Torrigoth to find your mother. Everybody wins.
And once I found my mother, I join up with you?
That's the general idea. I'll send my people to notify your mercenary friends. And perhaps we could find a place for your mother in the capital. It should be safe there.
Is this normal princely behavior?
You think this is bad? Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's, like, making you come along, you know.
Well, unfortunately, a driver and blade are one in body and soul.
As if you don't do whatever you feel like anyway.
I know this is all very sudden. Still, we don't know where we'll run into Malos next. It makes sense to stick together, as much as we can.
Isn't that... No mistaking it. That's the blade. And that little brat, too. Hey, it's Blue Fist. Yeah, the whole village was wiped out. Found myself some great cool crystals, eh? And I found something else too, something real interesting. Uh-huh. Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch. Ha! Fate's a funny thing. Never thought I'd get to take back that paragon. What I stole in the first place.
It's really nice to have some more company around here. Really makes our fighting a breeze, too. Well, yeah, what did you expect? The monster around here don't stand a chance against me.
Your powers are on a completely different level, true. But that's not what Laura was trying to say, Aegis.
Laura doesn't think of blades as mere tools of the drivers. To her, they're partners in arms. Am I right? Exactly. When I said we had more company, I was talking about all three of you. I don't care whether you're a blade or a driver. I'm just happy that we get to share our time together. Okay then. That's a pretty weird way of thinking, if you ask me. You think so? Should we perhaps be on our way to Yajik Harbor now? If we keep on to the road, it should take us straight there. The regular boat from Yajik to Gormont, is it? As far as I know, it's still running, but we should probably hurry all the same. You know, with all that's happening, I think it's about time that we finally... Never mind. Now that Hayes has rejoined your party, you'll be able to blade switch. When a team contains two blades, performing a blade switch or exploring or in battle lets you select which of the blades will participate in the action. You can perform a blade switch by pressing the left button. In battle, the technique comes with a cooldown timer, so you won't be able to use it in quick sessions. By combining Vanguard switching and blade switching, you can choose the battle participants to suit your playstyle or as the situation requires. Well, now that we've finally gotten that, before we go any further, we have this little guy right here. This is a Knot Pawn, a nameless wonder pawn. Let's talk to you. Me is Nameless Wanderer. Right back. The thing just went blank. And we're back. Alright, don't know what happened there. Yeah, the thing just kind of blanked out there for a moment. Not quite sure how that happened. Anyway. Me is a nameless wanderer, traveling through high and dry and low and wet and cool and also warm places. Life of a traveler is a lonely one, so it's much relief that there is a chance to talk with other pawn. Is such relief in talking to friends, we must reward somehow. Here, take this ox core we found lying near a nearby lake. It's just fancy paperweight for a non-driver, so not much use keeping. Happy to give way. Me think it should be just right for a blade who really into smashing and brawling. Massive Melee Mithra. This is something that I want to talk about. This is actually part of an update that happened in an earlier part of Torna the Golden Country. I think it's like 1.01 or something like that. But since it's now on version 1.1.0, I don't think there's going to be any more updates on that matter. But anyway, I want to equip this to Mithra right away. Boost critical hit rate by 25%. And... could I possibly... You know what? Sure, we'll be on the safe side on that. Hayes here. I want you to talk about you in just a moment. But I want to at least include something for her later on. So we'll just do that for now. Do we have any chips that we could use? We could use these now.
No one is hurting my friends. No one is hurting my friends. No one is hurting my friends.
Whatever you say there, Mithra.
So, now...
When you've got it, you've got it. When you've got it, you've got it.
we have some things to talk about. And I cannot wait to start talking about these guys. Because, to be honest... I've been waiting to talk about them for so long, and I just love this guy so goddamn much. Okay, so let's get to it. Adam! When I first found out about this guy, I loved him to death. He is funny, and he is proud of it. he has a unique weapon on hand, the Great Sword. At first glance, he is with it in the electric base. Like with Laura's braid, you'll be seeing a variety of these, except for one, believe it or not. Or I guess in this case, two, if you're counting all elements, but that's not important. You're going to be seeing a variety of these later on down the road, and you can customize them after you obtain said items, but we won't be seeing those for quite some time. This is for when things are going to get pretty interesting. So, like with any new character, and as for one of them, I'm going to talk about in the later episode, but I want to talk about Adam right off the bat. His Vanguard arts is something to kind of write home about. First up, let's see here. Oh, what did I have this for again? Oh yeah, right, Talent art. His first art, Transcend. This will give you 25% max hit to extend driver combo time, and this also helps out. It can be used as HP is at 30% or higher, and it can also so extends the time from when a enemy is to break, topple, or launch, at the cost of losing some HP in the process. This is a very good combination, and quite frankly, I wish that something like this was coming to us later on down the road. It is nice to have, but unfortunately, it can be very costly if nothing is done correctly, and you're going to waste a lot of health in the process. I consider this to be very tactical, but it can be situational. His other art is Rising Arc. This will cause the opponent to be sent into a launch. And it can do a lot of damage, right? Starting at 360 and ending at 600. Well, I think you might be saying where I'm going with this. This will help out with the use of an opponent that's going through topple, and it'll launch him into the air for a short period of time. And with Transcend, you can extend that time until eventually someone goes under for another art, which we'll be seeing later on. I like this one, but it does take a little while for it to launch the enemy into the air. So, this is a prime example of being very tactical, but he's slow on it. Legion Scatter. It's a blowdown effect, and that you can deal some pretty good amount of damage. And this is actually one of the items, or I guess attacks, that requires a less hits and to recharge. You can change in this by leveling it up or having certain aux cores that are connected with him or his partner, I think. But, like I said, it can be a challenge. But it can help out to keep your enemies at a good distance to keep them on their toes. And finally, Ogre Smash. This decreases damage dealt from the front by 50 to 100%. I think you might be seeing where this is going. This is a character that's great for attacking in the front, so having eyes on them is the way to go. The only thing to really be careful with is that it can be hard to deal with, since Adam is one of those tactical enemies of the enemies. I don't even know what I'm going with anymore. Anyway, his rear guard arts aren't just as good, but it can be a little bit of a challenge as well. Illustrious Slash. It helps out with the effects of topple enemies, ranging from 300 to 500. And, once again, it is really good. I kind of see this as a really good choice if you want to go into a topple and just don't want to pull off a launcher right off the bat. It could be really challenging, but now that you have Laura with him, it could be a good choice to go for. Fury Wave is another great choice to go with. This causes a knockback and that can deal a tremendous amount of damage at first. But this one is also one of those that takes a while for it to recharge. If you manage to get this through off the back with no problems, this is actually a pretty good choice to go by. The problem is, it is going to be a challenge, so don't expect to anything right off the bat if you want to have some fun with it. Shadow Thrust. This reduces 20 to 30% of aggro towards a user upon landing a hit. I kind of liking this, but unfortunately, that's about from where the real positives end. This takes a lot of hits for a hit to be fully charged. I don't like this, and this is one of the more powerful attacks that you will barely be using in the process. If you want to use it, be tactical, but I think you might be seeing for where we're going with this. And finally, Edge Strike. This increases damage dealt to topple enemies by 50 to 75%. Toppling your enemies is really nice to have, and even dealing with the tremendous damage as it is, you could actually put them to some good use. Just be mindful that it is going to be kind of challenging. Just don't always rely on these attacks all the time. As it stands, and what we have, this is going to be a prime example of a character that is very difficult to master, but it does come with some pretty good powers. But now that we've finally gotten that, let's get into more about the guy and see what more we can do. Like with Laura, he has specials. His level 1 special is Sword Blossom. This causes knockback damage and dealing 240 to 384 base damage. This is a very good attack, and of course, can't go wrong with having such a good art and getting those things coming up. Plus, only 5 hits and to charge it up, that's pretty good. His second is level 2 special, Assault Raid. This causes a blowdown effect that deals 320 to 464 base damage, and it's a 5-hit count. And, well, same thing as before, 5 hits in it to raise it, but it can be a challenge to get, or I guess it gets really tense. It starts at 0, then climbs its way up, but you get what I mean. I consider this one to be a really good effect, but it can be kind of a challenge to deal with in the process. His level 3 special, the one you're going to be seeing the most if you're not going to be playing as Adam, is Soul Burst. This causes knockback and it deals... It helps with the... Can't talk today. Why can I not talk today? It causes knockback damage and causes 400 to 544 base damage, a 5-hit count, and, well, it's soul bursting. I really like this move, and getting it up to it can be a challenge, but you will be able to recharge up into your attacks pretty frequently if you've been using your move canceling specials that we saw from the previous episode. And finally, the one that really sets it off is Hardened Impact, his level 4 special. This is a knockback plus a blowdown effect, and that deals 1,270 base damage, a 7-hit count, and it's good for taking on opponents right in front of you. This only works when you have Mithra as your rear guard. But when the two work together, they pretty much are a legend. So, as it stands, he's a character that's really good for fighting, but I consider him to be one of the more challenging ones. But enough about all that. Let's get into the one that we all know and love. Kind of. Mithra! She is our one and only light blade element to the group. She is one of a kind, and before you say anything, she does go through a lot of changes later on down the road, and she'll only get better as it is. I actually kind of like Mithra, and this actually gives up a little bit more of a lore to it. Wow, I've been very insensitive of calling her a nit. I guess with all that has said and done, let's just get right to it. Her Vanguard art, Glimpse the Future. This is a very interesting talent art. All this does is invade a fixed number of attacks that does affect the entire party, and it can only be used after being helped up after incapacitation. We haven't seen an incapacitation yet, but we will be seeing it later on. Because there's going to be some enemies that is going to be a challenge to deal with. Next up is Ray of Punishment. This is going to be very interesting to say the least. This fires a concentrated arrows of light at an enemy. It increases damage to topple enemies by 100 to 150%, and it can cause knockback damage. 400 to 576 in a damage ratio. This is what I consider him to be a prime example of a blade art that is very good, but it can affect a lot. I like this thing more than most, though. The only big thing to really be careful with is that while it does help out in many ways, it can be a challenge in the process. But let's get on to the one that probably makes things a little bit more better to deal with. And holy crap, I think I might have just looked into something else. Give me a second here. Oh, Reappointment was a level 1 special. So, whoops! Okay. Moving on, her level 2 special, which is a bit of a mistake on my end. Excuse me. Technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. Photon A! Moves at light speed to cut the enemy instantaneously. It increases damage and dealt to tumble enemies by 150%, plus an additional critical hit modifier. Is this any good? Heck yes! If you really want to have a lot of damage to even those that are guarding attacks, Photon Edge is a really good move to go by. The problem is, it takes a while for it to increase its arts, and you get the gist of that matter. And finally, her level 3 special, Lightning Buster. This increases damage and dealt by 150% with HP is 30% or less, with a 50% critical hit mod, and can cause piercing damage. Can we just say, ouch? But in all seriousness, this is a very good move, and it is a bit of a challenge to go by, to say the least. I love this thing, and it can be a challenge to go for. It's an all-around attack, and it is really good to see in battle. Can you... Oh, maybe I wasn't looking at the right thing from before, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I already explained more into what the attacks really do, but I guess it's the reason of why I've been just getting into this game, and it's only fun as it is. So let's get into our actual specials, which apparently is a big oopsie on my end. Twilight Striker! This launches a fury of lightning speed and slashes when the enemy is in a spinning strike. This adds a 60 to 100% chance of dealing a guard annually attack and a 25 hit critical hit modification. You get what I mean? This is a very good move, and quite frankly, this is a move that I see a lot of people using a lot. It's not as powerful as you would think at first glance, but having only 9 hit counts and to get to it, it's not bad. Chroma Dust is our level 2 special. This increases damage dealt by 100% to 150% with HP is 30% or less. And it only does on a 1 hit count on your opponent, which is ahead of the user. It's not bad to say the least, but unfortunately, this is a move that is going to be hard to come by later on down the road, especially if you plan on using her as your main character. Her level 3 special, Terminal Flash, increases critical damage by 25 to 85% with a 50% critical hit mod. Yeah, this does a lot of damage, and man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Honestly, Terminal Flash is really good, and even though that is one of the most powerful attacks you're going to be seeing in the game, that's about all it's ever really going for, but it can still do a lot of damage down the road. But let's get on to the one that actually makes all the difference in the world. Her level 4, Hardened Impact. It requires in it to have Adam present, increases critical damage by 85 to 60%, by 85% with a 16% crit mod that causes knockback and blowdown. Yeah, like with Adam, Mithra uses him to use it in battle for this powerful level 4 special. It's not bad, and it definitely causes a lot of damage in the process, and it can be quite a challenge to get up to it right from there and in. As it stands, Mithra is really good, and it can be a challenge at first. But let's get to our rear guards, shall we? Blinding Flash! This affects Smash, which will cause the enemy that's in launch to smash down to the ground, dealing a lot of damage in the process. You're going to be relying on Smash a lot if you plan on going for blade combos, and Blinding Flash is probably the best one to go for in my own eyes. Spectral Halo is very interesting. This increases critical hit rate, and it recharges after 30 to 16 hits, depending on how much you've leveled it up. Do I like it? No. This is one things are going to be quite the challenge, to say the least. I really do like these things, but it can be a challenge, to say the least. Spectral Halo is a prime example on that, and once again, it's situational. Radiance Bomb. This causes knockback of art power of 120 to 240, causes 14 aggro. It's not bad, to say the least. I kind of like this thing, but unfortunately, I kind of consider this one to be one that I don't really care so much about, but it can be useful later on. Aurelio, or how do you pronounce it, this boosts art recharge from auto attacks. Yeah, having an ability that increases boost arts, can't go wrong with something like that. This is probably her strongest role. If you manage to continue to level this thing up in the proper way, you will have probably one of, if not the, best rear guard arts in the game. Her blade skills. Foresight. This increases the accuracy and evasion rate on the team by 30% to 50% at maximum affinity. I kind of consider this to be her signature technique. Having the ability to increase your accuracy, well, good for dodging, to say the least. Lightspeed Fury. This causes recharge arts or special uses by 20% upon landing a critical hit. Well, 20% to 60%, depending on your affinity chart. This, very interesting. I kind of consider this one to be another signature ability, but I kind of consider that Foresight is probably going to be the better one to go for, since I rely more on accuracy than critical hits, unless we're playing Pokemon. And finally, Glint. This increases critical hit rate by 5% to 15%. If you couldn't tell, Mithra specializes in dealing a lot of critical hits. Do I like relying on this? Half the time. But with all that said and done, I think you could probably see it for where we're going with this later on. Finally, oh boy. Her field skills. Focus. Power of Light, and Girls Talk. What does Girls Talk do? Absolutely nothing! You haven't seen this yet, but she won't begin this until pretty much at the end of the game. But, oh, you'll see. A Power of Light. This will help out with the effects on things that are called miasma, but we'll be saying that later on. Focus is the power on a single thing and using to control one's power. We definitely have a long way to go to get into Mithra's full potential. If you want to go for all that, there you go. Mithra is pretty much a prime example of a jack of all trades. It's really good, but it can be situational if you use it incorrectly. Oh, that was a mouthful. So, now that we got the melee suit on Mithra, here's what she now looks like. This is the official appearance of how she is shown in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. She used to be a spirit, but thanks to one of the recent updates and add-ons, this is now for what she looks like by default. And with that, increases 25% critical hit ratio is probably the best thing that we're going to be seeing of Mithra in the process. So, we're going to rest here for the night. Let's see what we can craft. Hayes has talisman makings.
Stitch by stitch. And careful now.
she makes talismans. And they can actually be put into some good use, especially with the help of special recharges and damage dealt by specials. They're not bad, but we won't be seeing them for a while. Replica artifact making is
See
Adam's.
what I can make.
He actually makes special key items. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any of them for a while. Basically, these are key items that'll help out with, well, all kinds of things on the battlefield. But then, we have probably the nuttiest one for last. Creative cuisine.
Time to get cooking. I'm kinda excited.
The only one that we could do at the very moment is whole uba in a bun.
It tastes better than it looks. Probably.
I have a lot of bad things to say about this, but they're not all bad. Probably the best one we can say for a while is whole uba in a bun. This increases 8% max HP to damage barriers. But some of these other ones we're going to be seeing later on in the road. But
Now, let me see.
Oh,
Let's get down to
actually,
business.
the cotton charm we can now make.
3, 2, 1, and we're done.
Nice. We finally gotten something we can make, and that's it's in Laura's chart. But got a little bit of some talking to do, then we'll end things off from here. Lady Laura, your mother is safe and sound in Torgoth village. That's at the Gormalti border, I believe. That's right. We can make our way via the variant from Yanchik Harbor. Then I guess we need to stop chewing the fat and head on to Gormalt. That was it. Really? We'll take a quick rest. Nothing new under the sun. So, with all that done, I can finally catch my breath. I think it's about time that we go ahead and end things off from right here. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country. We say more for what our buddies are capable of now that Adam and Mithra have joined us. And we make our way to Torgoth to try to meet up with Laura's mother. See you guys then. I need an inhaler.